All right, as we do each and every Wednesday, connect with the Springfield Business Journal's publisher, Michelle Ownbey, to talk about what's going on in and around the business community. Michelle, thanks for taking time. And let's get right into it. New updates for who's going to be leading a variety of different capacities over at Troxell. What's going on there? Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Greg. Yes, some big news from Troxell. As of Monday, they have a new chief operating officer. Familiar name in the business world, Kyle Dyson. His background is actually in aviation. He's been with Standard Aero for almost 25 years, but has now made the move over to Troxell. And of course, they have seen tremendous growth over the last few years. So wish them well with their new COO.
And for people who don't know what Troxell does, kind of lay that out a bit.
Well, they are the largest independent insurance agency in central Illinois. So basically they serve as brokers for a variety of other insurance companies. And of course, they're right there on South Grand, just around the corner from our office.
We're talking with Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, to get an update of what's going on in and around the business community. It's always good to see business owners branch off and invest in other types of operations, and that seems to be what's going on with Sunny Adams and Adams Pest Control, not dealing with pest control. What are they dealing with when it comes to land management?
Right, so this is something a little different. We had talked last year about Adams Pest Control relocating out to Recreation Drive next to Knights Action Park. That company went through a significant expansion as well, but now Sonny Adams, the owner, and his son, Parker Adams, have launched a new company. It's headquartered out of the same location. It's called Huntco Land Management, but the focus is really on farmland, hunting ground, that kind of thing. You know, they got the bobcats and the heavy equipment, and so they'll get out there and clear a fence line or whatever kind of dirt work you need done. And Parker is a junior in college, but is going to have a flexible schedule his senior year, so he's getting things going this summer, and Sonny said that he's going to be able to continue the working in the business until he graduates. So good for him, starting him young as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and being able to get right out of education and jump into a job that's always thumbs up, because it gets people continuing that pace and not having any kind of lull. So best of luck to the Adams family there. Meanwhile, we also want to talk about how we're helping those who are experiencing homelessness. There's been lots of debate over the years on how we exactly do that and what kind of facilities we need to have, what kinds of collaborations amongst nonprofit groups should there be, even police getting involved to a degree with a oversight of sorts. But what's going on with the latest concerning the city's involvement and grant dollars to help those experiencing homelessness?
Right, as you said, the topic of homelessness has been a hot issue in Springfield for a long time and doesn't show signs of going away anytime soon. But construction is actually going to break ground in August on a new development on the west side. This is on South Park Avenue, kind of right behind that Sonic on Wabash. And this is going to be a 3-unit complex with a total of 22 units. It's under the Housing First model, so taking people who have been experiencing homelessness and providing them with not only a place to live, but wraparound services. Of course, this was a fairly controversial project, and what's a little unusual about it is it's in Ward 7, which is Joe McMiniman, and he was the only one to vote no. So it was a 9-1 vote on the council, which is not in itself unusual, but they overruled the home alderman. You know, he had expressed concerns all the way back when they had to go to the zoning commission. They had to seek zoning relief for this because there's currently a single-family house on the property. They had to get it rezoned. And at that time, the developer, Mike Niehaus, he says that he was originally planning to construct market-rate apartments. So the whole issue about the partnership with Helping Hands didn't even come out until down the road. But even before the proposed use was known, there was a lot of oppositions from neighbors. They were signing petitions and showing up at the zoning meetings, objecting just based on lack of infrastructure to support the density level for that project. But they did ultimately receive the zoning relief, and it did pass the council last week, so that project is set to break ground.
You know, it's always fascinating to see the inner workings of city council, and you're right, a lot of times it seems to be the tradition that alder people will defer defer to the home alderman when it comes to zoning changes. That didn't happen in this case, and in one particular issue moving forward. Michelle Ownbey, Springfield Business Journal. Of course, last night we had the Springfield City Council meeting and the story about the Wyndham Center. You've got your team there at the SBJ and also the sister paper, Illinois Times. People are going to be able to check those publications out for much more in-depth updates. If they need to get a hand on that copy when you guys get it together, where can they find it?
Absolutely. Well, if you go to our website, springfieldbusinessjournal.com, you can sign up for BizBites. That's our newsletter that comes out every Wednesday afternoon, and it's free of charge. So we have the roundup of what's happening in the business world. And, of course, you can also sign up to get the print edition delivered directly to your home or office.
Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, greatly appreciate you taking time with us, as always, and we'll check back in next week.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 90.